I appreciate you being here. And we're going to get started right at the top of the hour. I would love to get you guys on volume, but we're still struggling. I think this technology needs to be made simpler for us. So, if you guys can, take your mouse and just scroll right up by your name. And just move your mouse around right up under your name, and you should see a little lock. When you see that lock, just click it, and you'll be able to go volume. All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes. Let's see, it says you have dislabeled. Oh, okay, I have. Thank you. Now you guys are on. I'm going to take my mic off, else it starts to echo. So you can. All right, the reason why you guys are not on is, again, you have to take your mouse and turn on your button, and it's right under your name. If you just take your mouse, kind of scroll up under your name, there's going to be a button. You have to turn that on. If not, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Alicia's trying. I can see you trying. Let me try it again. I'll take the mute off one more time. All right. Now, I'll give you guys another try. Take the mouse right up under your name and just move your mouse around. Right up under your name and look for lock. There's a lock there to unlock your volume. Mic available. All right. You guys all have, your mics are open. Everybody's mic's open. I just can't hear you. It's no big deal. We'll get started in 1 minute for sure. Hey, thanks for joining. I can see that you guys have typed in the chat room, so you're going to probably have to ask your questions there. If you do these confidential questions, oh, that was somebody. Hey, there you go, Alicia. You found it. Whatever you did, you found it. Do it again. Whatever you did, do it again.
It says hold the top.
All right.
It says hold the top.
But if you press it, hold on 1 second. If you press it, it'll stay on. There you go, Alicia. You got it. You're in. Do you hear an echo on my part? Alicia, do you hear an echo? Okay. I'm going to mute myself, Alicia. I'm going to let you talk. Okay, Alicia, I need you to introduce yourself, okay? And then we're going to go to Kathy. Hi, Myra. How you doing? Myra's got her mic on. All right, Alicia, go ahead and introduce yourself. Kathy's turn. Could you turn your mic off, please? Kathy, could you turn yours off, and we'll let Myra, and then we'll get started. Thank you, guys. Go ahead and talk, Myra. Your turn. Introduce yourself. Okay, you guys, we're finished playing with the technology. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I just need you guys one more time to go ahead and just push yes if you can hear me. Type in your chat box yes if you can hear me, and I'll go ahead and get started. All right, very good, very good. My name is Terry Bontemps. Thank you, guys. There's Elva. All right, Keisha. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, thank you guys for joining. If you do have a, yeah, I know, I can see you're eating dinner. Hey, yeah, if you guys have a webcam, feel free to join us. That's all right, Kathy. I love it. I love the technology. You can just stay home and eat your dinner and still listen to a real estate seminar. It's great. All right, excellent. Again, my name is Terry Bontemps, and Faye was on the video, but I'm pretty sure she can hear us. I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit about notes tonight. I'm going to see if I can answer some of your questions, tell you about a program I'm going to be offering you guys that is going to be fantastic, just to introduce you to the business. First of all, before I start, I want you guys to know there's three things that I really need you to focus on, and those three things are this. I need you to be strategic, okay? And what I mean strategic, what that means is this. You guys have to have a great plan with great numbers to be able to close deals in this economy. So you'll always hear me saying, be strategic. I want to hear you talk numbers. I want to see your returns on investments. I want you to be able to tell your money partner, if you don't have any capital to work with, you got to be able to tell your money partner what their returns are going to be. Okay, so we're going to be very strategic with what I do as far as note buying. Okay, let me tell you how strategic notes are. You can call the bank and you can ask them any day of the year what's your loan balance and what you owe them. To me, that's precise. There is no perfect law. I can go 5 years out, I can go 10 years out, I can go, whatever the amount of time is, and the bank can tell me how much I owe them. That's very strategic. I've never seen an investor that works on the other side that's not doing those be able to do that. And every day of the year, I can tell you what my profit's going to be. Next, I need you guys to play all out. Okay, what that means simply is you got to play this game all out. You have to do some things that you may not be comfortable with, but it's going to be a great learning experience for you. So, with that being said, play the game all out. Play all of your aces. And last but not least, one of my favorite things to say is this. Treat the information that I'm giving you guys like it's the most important that you'll ever learn. And the reason I do it that way is because I want you to put a high priority on what I'm teaching. I've been doing this since 2001. I did it in good times. I'm doing it in bad times. And notes, I'm telling you guys, if you don't know anything about notes, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, a lot of people say, well, Terry, why come I haven't heard about notes? And here's the reason why. We were in an equity market before the mortgage meltdown. Everybody had equity. And all you had to do was find someone, and if they had equity, you could make a check. But we are now in the mortgage meltdown, in the recession, and it's not about equity. 75% of the market has no equity. They're upside down. You guys understand that, right? People are upside down. Now, what I want to ask you guys, again, I'm a strategic guy, is how can you make money on an upside down house? Let me give you an example. The homeowner owes the bank $100,000. Okay? Now, that number could be $500,000. It could be $1 million. Keep the basic concept here, and I'm going to make it real simple. So they owe the bank $100,000. The property's only worth $50,000. So that means it's upside down. It's underwater. There's no equity. Now, the only way you guys were able to make money on this deal in the past was short sale. That was the only way you could make money. But now short sales are so difficult that it's hard to make money on the short sale. So I got to ask you guys a question. Everybody that's on the line, please type in the chat room. If the property owner owes $100,000 and it's only worth 50 and it's upside down, how can you make money as a real estate investor? I'm going to wait for you guys to type that in the chat room for me. Now, if you're a beginner and I've lost you, just hang in there with me, okay? Got lots to teach you. So I haven't seen anybody type anything in the chat room yet. Buy notes. Oh, Kathy, you can't do that. That was before you met me. You didn't know anything about notes. You probably knew about notes. I take that back. But you probably didn't know how they work. So no clue. Very good, Meyer. Here's where you're going to do it. We're going to buy that $50,000 note from the bank for $20,000. Okay? You agree, Alicia. That's great. So again, listen to the numbers. Listen to the numbers. The homeowner owes $100,000. Now that homeowner could be your family member. That homeowner could be a neighbor. But it's only worth $50. Now their monthly payments are $750 a month. We can buy that note from the bank for $20,000. Now, I know a lot of you are going, well, Terry, why would the bank sell that note? And I'm going to give you the reasons why. First of all, the banks are being regulated. Having trouble hearing me now. All right, hang in there, Elvin. Hopefully everybody else can hear me. You can still hear me? Kind of type in the chat box. I hate to lose anybody. One person's having a problem. Okay, I see Kathy nodding her head up and down. Yes, yes. Okay, Elvin, hang in there. Good. The banks are being regulated by the FDIC. Okay? Does everybody understand that the FDIC has shut down over 500 banks? In 2012 alone, so far, the FDIC has shut down 40 banks. Okay? Do you guys know why they shut the banks down? Anybody know why the FDIC shut the banks down? Type it in your chat box if you know. If you don't know, that's fine. Good. Thank you, Alicia, for participating. I love it. Assets over value. Very good. I'll cover that also. Regulatory reasons. Anybody else? You're all doing great. Every answer is a good answer. The reason the FDIC shuts the bank down is because the bank has too many non-performing loans in their portfolio. Okay? They're operating at a loss. And so what happens is the banks got to do something with those bad loans. You guys have all heard that banks are not in the home ownership business. That's absolutely correct. They don't want to own the property. So here's what happens with the bank. A homeowner borrows, okay, $100,000. The property is only worth $50,000 now. So if the bank was to go in and foreclose, they have to show it on their books that that property has a value of $50,000. If they don't foreclose, then they can keep the records on their book as a $100,000 asset. So that is what's called the shadow inventory. You guys have all heard about shadow inventory. Well, what is the shadow inventory? The shadow inventory is basically the banks holding their assets, not foreclosing, because they don't want to take a hit on their books. They take a $50,000 loss on just this one example that I'm giving you guys. So why come the banks don't take those properties and foreclose and put them on the market? What it would do would crash the market, you guys. The market would drop instantly. Okay? It wreaks havoc on the bank's books. Okay? And it presents a danger to the housing market. Okay? You think housing prices are low now. If the bank was to flood the market, it would even drop even more. See, the banks are taking big hits. So I always say this. The banks are the motivated sellers in today's market. Now, when I learned real estate years ago, they always say go to the motivated seller. And I think you guys have learned it also. So we would always go to the homeowner because they were the motivated seller. In today's market, if you're going to do a deal with the homeowner, you're going to have the debt reduced. So yes, the homeowner is motivated, but guess what? The bank is motivated also. So I like working with banks. I like going to banks, and I like trying to buy the portfolios. I've worked with a bank in California. They had 174 first notes that were 90 plus days late. Those notes were worth $40 million. I tried to flip it to a hedge fund. They tried to buy it for $22 million. The hedge fund ended up putting in $2 million in escrow to show they were serious. They put the letter of intent. My profit on that deal would have been $220,000. Okay? Now, that deal didn't close because the bank wanted more money. So, if you're sitting there and you're going, Terry, I don't have two nickels to rub together, what I'm going to do is show you how to look at notes, how to analyze notes, how to monetize notes, I'm even going to give you a PowerPoint presentation from all the things I've taught you so that you can go out and find a private money person to fund your deals. In this new economy, you guys, you have to be dealing with people that have cash. Now, the people I say that have cash are people that have a 401k, a self-directed IRA, or, someone that has cash. If you're dealing with other real estate investors, and please don't take this personal, most real estate investors are broke. They don't have any cash. They're looking to flip a deal to someone else. So the bottom line is, hold on one second, I'm trying to bring Faye into the picture here. All right, Faye, there you go. So most real estate investors are broke. They've taken a hit. Their properties are negative cash flow. Their credit's shot. Some of them filed bankruptcy. So you have to find a serious buyer. You also have to work with serious sellers of note packages. So again, you have to work with people with money right now. The key in this business to stay alive, to stay prosperous, is you've got to work with people that have cash. Now, let's talk about this. Here's what a landlord is looking for in notes. You guys might want to write this down. People that are buying houses with cash right now, most likely are trying to be landlords. They have a model. They'll go out and they'll spend $100,000 on a property. They'll put $10,000 to $25,000 into that property for repairs. Okay? They'll rent that property out for $1,200 a month. That's a 12% return. Now, that's what the typical landlord is looking for. Now, you guys need to remember that, because what I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you how to buy notes and go to the people that have money and tell them, hey, this note buying model that I have will get you a better return than your 12%. So, again, I told you guys about the note buying model. I'm going to go through the landlord model one more time. The landlord model is, again, they want to spend $100,000. Okay? They're going to put $10,000 to $25,000 into the property for repairs. They're going to rent out for $1,200 a month, and the return is 12%. Now, let's talk about that note buying model that I mentioned a little earlier. Again, the homeowner owes $100,000 to the bank. It's only worth $50,000. Again, we talked about that being upside down. Their monthly payments are $750 a month. You can buy that note for $20,000. That's a note buying model. So, Terry, I don't have the $20,000. Fine, that's okay. I'm going to teach you guys, if you don't have any money, how to make money from no money. I'm going to tell you why I love notes also versus being a landlord. Okay, so let's take, for example, I went to the homeowner after I bought that note for $20,000, and they happen to have lost their job, but now they're back working again. They can make the $750 a month payments, and this again, it's not everybody, but I'm just giving you some examples of why note buying is so popular today, and why it makes more sense, and you get a better return for investors that have cash. If that homeowner started paying $750 a month, that's going to be a 45% return, you guys, on that $20,000 investment. Now, 45% versus 12%. And if you showed an investor that has cash, this model, I'm telling you what, you guys are going to be able to earn some good finder's fees for bringing that to the investor, and I guarantee you they're going to want you, to bring them more. Now, let's be realistic here. Let's say that homeowner can't make $750 a month. Okay? What I can do as the bank, as the note holder, I can drop their monthly payment. I can drop the monthly payment to $500. The only people that got to agree is the homeowner and myself. There is no other person. I'm the committee. If the homeowner agrees, we're good. So I just dropped the homeowner's payment to $500. That's called a loan modification. Now, I bought the note for $20. They owe $100. I can reduce principal. I can reduce the principal down to $60,000. I can say, homeowner, look, you owe me $100, but because I want you to stay in your house, which is my main thing I do. I love Number one, it's good morally, and you're helping out another person. But because I bought it at a discount, I can reduce principal. So I say, homeowner, I'll drop your payment to $500. I'll even drop the principal amount down to $60,000. I just gave them a 40% discount. I think they're going to be pretty happy about that. Okay? I can even do more. Here's what you guys are really like. I say, homeowner, I'm willing to drop your balance down to $40,000. You owe me $100. I'm going to drop it to $40. I just gave a 60% discount. I can do that because I'm the bank and I own the note. I make the rules. I'm in control. So, how much money did I make, you guys, if I drop their balance down to $40,000? And if I tell them, look, if you can find $40,000 in the next 60 days, whether you get it from a family member, your 401k, your self-directed IRA, I don't care where you get it from, but if you get it to me in 60 days, you can pay me $40,000. That's called a short sale. So, how much money did I make once I bought that note? Type that in your chat box, please. You made 100%. Okay? Anybody else? You can tell me in a percentage. You can tell me how much money I made. How much did I buy the note for? From the bank. Bought the note for... Faye, you can't answer. Kathy, I can't let you answer, okay? I'm waiting on Alicia, and I'm waiting on Myra. Good, Keisha, nice, yes. $20,000. Alicia, I can see you smiling. We bought the note for $20. The homeowner gave me $40. That's actually a 200% return. 200% return in 60 days. Now, that's the best of all worlds, you guys. That's the best of all worlds. Will that happen? I don't know. Let me ask you guys a question. If some homeowner has missed their payments 3 or 4 or 5 years, will you honestly think that they can't pay $40,000? Your first impression is, they ain't got no money, right? But see, in the note business, you can't do that. You never can tell. They probably got a relative that doesn't want to see them go through all this pain. So they said, you know what? If this guy, Terry Bontemps, is willing to give a 60% discount, I'm going to find $40,000. I'll give him the $40,000, and you just make some monthly payments to me. So I leave it open. I at least give them the opportunity. But I want them to keep their house. Now, there are some investors that buy notes just to keep the homeowner out so they can own the property. I'm not in agreement with that. The reason why is because I think if you do bad things to people, bad things are going to come back to haunt you. 95% of the notes that I own, I've kept the homeowner in the house. Okay? And the reason I keep them in the house is because that cash flow, each and every month. Let's go back to my example again. What I want you guys to do in your chat box, please type in my numbers for my note buying model. Remember? The homeowner was the bank, 100. Type those numbers for me, please. Kathy, you can join me on this. Faye, I'm going to leave you out because I know you've been doing this. So type the model in for notes. How much it's worth, how much they owe, what's the monthly payment, and what are we going to buy the note for? Be strategic. I'm still waiting in the chat room. I can't see anybody typing. They owe 100. Very good, very good, very good. What's it worth? We don't buy it for 40. What's it worth? What's that property worth? It's upside down. I do know that. It's worth 40. No, we're close. We're close. Come on, Kathy. Jump in there. Keisha, thank you. Myra, yes. 50 grand is what it's worth. What is that called, you guys? When they owe more than the house is worth, what is that called? Upside down. I guarantee you in your neighborhood, you guys, 75% of the market is upside down. The other percentage, you know why they're not upside down? Because they paid their house off, or did they put a lot of down payment down? In your neighborhood, everybody's upside down. So you know what? You got a lot different ways I get paid, the ways I make money as the note holder, as the bank. Now, as a landlord, there's only two ways you get paid. By buying the property and selling it, or buying the property and renting it. I'm going to give you guys 7 different ways that I get paid. The owner can sell their house, okay, or they can refinance. Now, the sell and the refinance work great in an equity market. Again, we're not in an equity market, you guys. We're in debt market. A lot of debt. Debt everywhere. Everybody's in debt. Houses are in debt. That's why we're in a recession. It's hard to get out of this thing. So you got sell and refinance. I can do a loan modification with the homeowner. I've talked about that a little bit earlier. You can do a short sale. Okay? You can do what's called the deed in lieu of foreclosure. Okay? I probably need to slow down. Once I start getting excited, you guys, I can't stop. Then we can foreclose if we have to. So those are 7 different ways. I'm going to go back through those 7 different ways using the note buying model. Now, you notice what I'm doing? I'm being real strategic with you guys. I'm talking numbers because this is what you must do when you find a note and you go to your money partner. You're going to have to put all this down on a piece of paper so they can see it. And you're going to have to be able to explain it to them. I have a PowerPoint presentation, again, that I'm going to give you guys that matches these numbers that I'm giving you now. So you'll hear me say it. I'm going to give you some recordings so you can listen to it again. And then you're going to have a PowerPoint. So your job is to listen so you sound exactly like me. So again, you guys have given me note model. I'll do it one more time for everybody that might just join me. They owe $100,000 to the bank. It's worth $50,000. The homeowner has $750 a month payments, and we can buy that note for $20,000. So we're going to eliminate the 2 strategies that are used in the equity market, which again were sell and refinance. Okay, let's go to the next exit strategy: short sale. Now, I'm going to assume you guys all have $20,000. You guys have all bought this note, and Faye's going to loan you the money if you don't have the money. Look at those smiles, Faye. Smiles, gotta have fun. Faye's like, oh no, I'm not. All right. Faye loans you the money so you can buy the note. You'll pay Faye back some monthly payments. She'll be perfectly happy. All right, let's do a short sale. A realtor comes to you guys and say, hey, look, you know the property's not worth $100,000. And you're going to say, yeah, I know that. They're going to say, you know what, the house next door to you sold for $50,000. We like to do a short sale. We like to put the house on the market for $50,000. Let's say they sell the house with a realtor for $45,000. Are you guys okay with the realtor selling that property for $45,000? Raise your hand or put yes or no in the chat box. Oh, Keisha, you're fast. I love it. She's seen the money. She's seen the money. I love it, Keisha. Alicia, yes. Is there anybody upset because the realtor sold that property for $45,000? Anybody upset? No. Good. How much money did you guys just make? How much money did you make? What's your profit? What's your clear profit after you pay back Faye her $20,000? Yes, Keisha. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving Keisha, Faye. That's the money girl. $25,000. Good job, Kathy. 25, laugh out loud. $25,000 is your profit. You can pay Faye back and give her some money, minus realtor fee. I see realtor fee there, but we do have to deduct the realtor's fee. So let's say we make 40. If you net 40, what's your return? Percentage-wise. Come on, Keisha, I'm waiting on you. I know you're going to spit it out. Come on, Kathy. 50%? Oh. We did it early. I got, 1,005. Come on, do it again, Kathy. 100%. 100%. Let me give you guys the answer. You put 20 into it, which was Faye's money. That was an infinite return because you didn't put no money in, and you made 20 net. So, does the short sale work for you guys as an exit strategy? So long as you're strategic and you understand numbers. You may yes or no in the chat box, please. Yes, thank you. Next, we're going to do a loan mine. I'll do the loan mine because I did it earlier. Listen real close. Homeowner, you owe me $100,000 and you owe me $750 a month. I'd like to help you keep your home. I've helped homeowners all across the United States keep their homes. Okay? It makes me feel good. I lost my house to foreclosure. I don't know if you guys can say that, but I can. I lost my house to foreclosure, and I know what it's like. I sat on the couch and I cried like a baby. I stayed in the fetal position. I thought it was a failure. It was a low point in my life. And I vowed that if I had the chance, I would be able to help people stay in their homes. So I really want you to stay. But in order to stay, we're going to have to work something out. How about if I drop your principal down to $60,000? Will that help, homeowner? Terry, is really not that. It's the monthly payment that's killing me. I ain't got no extra money. Okay, homeowner, how about if I drop your monthly payment down to $500 a month? Is that better? And they go, yeah. So I'm willing to drop you down to 60. And I'm willing to give you $500 monthly payments. Does Bank of America do that? Does Wells Fargo do that? No. The Bank of Terry Bontemps does, because Terry Bontemps wants $500 coming in each and every month. Each and every month, each and every month, each and every month. That's called passive cash flow, you guys. And guess what? When I'm the bank, I don't do any repairs. I don't fix any toilets. I don't paint. I don't go to Home Depot. I don't cut no grass. I don't hire no contractors. The 3 T's. I want to be the bank. I know you do. You should. Bank makes a lot of money. Now, I also don't have any costs unless I get the property now, okay? In the short sale, I have costs. But I don't have to pay any realtor's fees. The bank doesn't pay realtor fees. Who does the profit come from? Or who does the commission come from? It comes from the seller of the property. So I have no closing costs. I have no termite reports. I have no closing costs. I don't have this fee, that fee, this fee. I don't have all those fees that come along that eat up into my profits. Guess what? I don't have any maintenance. I don't have any management. I don't have any liability. If someone falls on the property, who do they sue? They sued the owner of the property, not the bank. See why the banks own the bigger buildings in you guys' town? Banks got to figure out if being a landlord was the smartest thing in the world, why come banks are not landlords? Think about it. They've got every opportunity right now to take these properties, foreclose on them, and rent them out. Banks don't want the headache. They like the paper. They like the paper. Oh, there's paper. They like this stuff. I like this stuff also, paper. Let me tell you guys how this works. Alicia, you bought the note for 20 grand. You're going to give it to Kathy for 25 grand. Kathy's going to buy it for 25 grand. Kathy, nod your head up and say, yes, I'll buy it for 25 grand. Why would Kathy buy it for 25 grand? Reason why is it's worth 50. Wait a minute, Terry. Wait a minute, Terry. Say that again, dude. You're going too fast. Alicia, you bought the note for 20 grand from the money that Faye gave you. You sold it to Kathy. How much money did you make there, Alicia, just by moving this piece of paper across the screen? You made 5 grand. And guess what? Nobody can say anything about that. You don't need any seasoning. The title company's not going to cause you any problems. Kathy, how much money will you make based upon my numbers for buying at 25 and you're owed 50? How much profit is in there? You can double your money. I love math. I love notes. Can you guys see why I love this business? I've been doing this since 2001. And I always tried to figure out, it's like, why come nobody else is doing this? And it was like, I couldn't figure it out. It just wasn't sexy, excuse the word, but notes are not sexy. But they sure make a hell of a lot of money. Flipping. I want to flip something. That's what investors want to do. I got to flip. And I get it. Alicia, how do you like my flips? Don't touch the property. Just pass a piece of paper to Kathy. I like that. All right, so let's go back to the rest of the exercise. I'm telling you, that's it. That's the paper game. And you know what I'm really loving now? I love these young hip-hop artists that talk about the paper. I'm getting paper. I love those songs. I love them. And when they start playing those songs, man, I'm bowing my head and say, yes, I'm in the paper. Get my paper. Okay, guys, I'm having too much fun. Let's get back to the extra strategies. All right, we did a short sale. We did a loan mine. Let's do cash for keys. How many of you know what cash for keys is? Type in the chat box, yes or no. Cash for keys. No. Good. And if you're a beginner, it's all right. I love working with beginners. We all start the same spot. Kathy does. Let me go through real fast from Kathy. The homeowner doesn't want the house anymore. I said, homeowner, I want you to stay if you would like to stay. They go, no. Here's what happened. We're divorcing. I hate him. He hates her. Unfortunately, they can't stay in the same house together. So they're gone. But you know what they need? They need a U-Haul. They each need a little money to get into the next place. They need some groceries for the kids. Now, listen at me here. I'm talking about being moral. I'm not talking about ripping them off, okay? I'm trying to take you guys somewhere here. They need some money to move on with their life. They're willing to just sign the house over to you so that you can own it. So that you never have to go to the bank to get a loan. They're just going to sign a piece of paper. And they're going to give it to you. Now, you guys know how much you bought it for. You know how much profit is in there. I'd like for everyone on the line to type in the chat box, how much money could you give that homeowner to leave the house in great condition? 5,000. I'm loving it. Faye, you didn't tell me I was getting the smartest of all investors. This is good. 10,000. Ooh, Kathy is generous. But you know what? Kathy, you got a big heart. And it's not, you know what? There is no wrong answer. Myra, come on now. You at least got a smile over there, girl. 5K. I know there's some more people on the line listening to me. Come on, you guys, type in there. Now, here's what I get from most real estate investors. And I know you guys not like this, but I got to tell the story. Most real estate investors will say, "Oh, I'll give you a moving van. I'll give you a U-Haul truck. They'll spend $100, $200 for that homeowner." The greed. Be generous to people. Okay? Treat that person like it was your parents or your kids. Hey, they need the money. You're in a good position. You're going to make a lot of money. Share something with them. And I'm in agreements with 5,000. I'm in agreements with 10,000. Whatever your heart leads you to. But give them something so they can keep their dignity. Give them something to help their lives. And you know what? They'll tell everybody about you. They'll write testimonials. I got some great testimonials, you guys, from homeowners. They love me because I treat them with a lot of respect. All right, so I just taken you guys through what's called cash for keys. Now, here's the next thing that's really neat. You know what, Terry? We're just going to sign the deed over to you. We don't want the house no more. We don't want no money. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Here's the keys. Gone. Bye. Have you guys ever noticed in your neighborhood, people were living in the house one day, the next day the house was vacant? It's like, where did they go? It's like they just up and left and nobody's seen them. They had the U-Haul in the middle of the night. You didn't hear them. They just left. Has anybody ever noticed that? It's called a strategic default. They just got the heck out of there. It happens in the real world, you guys. So if the homeowner just gives you the property, they don't ask for anything, they don't want anything, you bought the note for a certain price, how much profit is in there if the property is worth $50,000? And 30,000, exactly. You're getting this, aren't you, Kathy? So I want to ask you guys, this is the note business. So far, I've given you, I think, 5 exit strategies, maybe 6. I want to say 5 to 6. Let me ask you a question. Has every single exit strategy made you money so far? Alicia, I don't know how you're doing that. You got 2 screens going at one time. Or you got a twin. Every exit strategy has been good. Now, there are some homeowners, I don't care what you try to do for them, they will not work with you. They will not work with you. So the only choice you have for someone that doesn't work with you is what? You have to give me the answer. If somebody won't pay you, they won't work with you. Eviction. Eviction is for a landlord, Kathy. For bankers. What does a bank do when you don't pay? Yes! Yes! They foreclose. Let me tell you guys a story about one of my students. Her name is Holly. Holly is the female Donald Trump. She is good, you guys. Holly bought a note on a multi-family property. There was 3 units that brought in $2,100 a month. Holly bought the note for $11 grand. Let's just say that she was owed $100,000. She bought that for 10 cents on the dollar. Holly went to the homeowner. Homeowner did not pay. Would not pay. She did everything in her power to. Holly decided to foreclose on the homeowner. Now there's something called the assignment of rents, which means that if you're the bank and there's a multi-family property or income-producing property, an apartment, a hotel, condo units. I'm going to say it again because I don't think you guys caught what I just said here. If you're the bank and you own the note on an income-producing property like a apartment, like a condo unit, or some multi-family, if the owner is not paying you, you can go in and collect the rents. It's called the assignment of rents. But you have to put this money in a fund. So that's what Holly did. She ended up foreclosing on the property, guys. Holly's owed $100,000 for her note that she paid $11,000 for. It's $2,100 a month coming in. Guys and girls, I don't even know if there's any guys online except for me. I don't care. I got all girls. I'm happy. I'm very strategic. Listen to my numbers again. I see him. I haven't seen his face yet. I see his arm around you. So he's like, oh yeah, guy, babe, this guy sounds really good. Listen real close. She's owed $100,000. She only paid $11,000. It has $2,100 a month coming in. She takes it to the auction. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Does anybody pay $100,000, especially investors at an auction? Does any investors pay $100,000 on a property that's worth $100,000? Type it in the chat box. Does an investor pay $100,000 for a property that's worth $100,000? No. So my student Holly says she has a foreclosure company that does this. $100,000. Does anybody bid $100,000? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Property goes back to the bank as a what? REO. Yes! Yes! Who is the bank? Who is the bank? Who owned that note? That's Alicia, I love it. See, I love the way you're thinking, Alicia. I'm telling you, I love the way you think. You remind me a lot of Holly. My student, Holly, owned that note, you guys. So it goes back to her. She's a beneficiary. How much did she buy that note for? I know you want to play, Faye. I can see it in your face, but you can't. Yes, she bought it for $11,000. How much is the monthly income? How long will it take her to get her $11,000 back? Yes! 6 months! And the rest of the months, what are they called? All that other months, when she gets her money back, what's that called, you guys? Mailbox money. flow. Come on, income. I'm loving it. Gravy, yes, yes. Direct deposit, a whole lot of cash. Let me ask you guys this question. If you had $2,100 a month coming in, would that pay your monthly payment on your house or pay the rent on the house you're living in? Yes or no? If it doesn't, just got to do another deal. So everybody says yes there. And some. You got some extra. That's called abundance. I love abundance. I love living with abundance. Yes. And some change. Let me ask you guys another question. Lord. I don't know what you guys want to drive. A Mercedes, a BMW, a Toyota, a Volkswagen. I don't care what it is. Type in the chat box what you could buy. A car, an automobile. Put it in there. Jag. Woo-wee. A car. I can't think. Come on, I know it's a car. What car have you wanted your whole life? Big BMW. Ooh, I love big BMW. All right, good. You guys are dreaming with me. Hey, listen to this. Why not let somebody else make your house payment? Why not let somebody else make your rent payment? Why not let somebody else? BMW means big money wallet. I like that. At least I'm about to borrow it. I've never heard that before. Big money wallet. Yes, I love it. Why not let somebody else make your house payment? How many of you have children that are going to college or need to go to college coming up? Okay? Could that help pay for the college? Could that put food on the table each and every month? See, Holly never sold that property. She's giving it to her grandkids or to anybody she wants. $2,100 a month, you guys, I would never sell that property. If you offered me $500,000 right now, I don't think I'd take it. Simply because I want the $2,100 a month, and I want to give that to my kids. I want my daughters to have some property that they can have for the rest of their life. They can pass it on to their kids. Look at the money that's coming in. In my lifetime, I have $2,100 a month. My daughters have $2,100 a month. And their kids, grandkids, that's worth more than $500,000. Okay? I love that. Now, I know what you guys are probably saying. Terry, you're making it sound too good to be true. I know I am. The reason why I can do it because I've been doing it a long time. I've been teaching for a long time. It's not going to be this easy, but I'm trying to give you a strategic plan of why notes is so much better. Okay? So we went through the exit strategy now. Hopefully you guys have understood that, you know what, those 7 exit strategies, okay, are pretty powerful. And so far, with this model, if we buy at the right price, there are no bad notes, just bad pricing. If we buy at the right price, it has great returns. And all you got to do is try to sell this, what I just sold you guys, to a money person, somebody that has money, not flipping it to an investor that are broke, somebody that has cash. Now, I just explained a model. I go over that model again, and again, and again, and again. I have a program. Kathy's already signed up. It's $99. 2 weeks. I made it cheap on purpose because you guys have probably been hit hard by the mortgage meltdown. I have not seen anybody that has escaped this recession. Everybody's been hit. Your family's been hit. You've been hit. Your co-workers. People are losing houses. Investors are dropping out because right now the old rules of real estate don't work anymore. You have to evolve. You have to think like a banker. I don't care if you don't have any money. What I just taught you guys and talked about, even though you may not have got it, is how you become a smarter investor. And I guarantee you this, the investors that you're around in your circle, they don't talk the language I'm talking. They don't talk about returns. They don't talk about how to get your money back. They don't talk about 7 exit strategies. They want to flip something. Hey, Kathy, you got something to flip? Send me your list. Alicia, you got something to flip? Myra, you got anything to flip? And so everybody's trying to flip upside down houses. I don't get it. Can't flip an upside down house. All right, so good. I just went over the exit strategies. In that $99 program, I'm going to give you 3 training modules. I did a seminar in San Francisco. I had it transcribed. It's in 3 modules. I'll send you 1 module at a time. With that 1 module, I'm going to send you a 2-hour video that I did. I invited 23 students, all just like this. I went through the PDF. I answered all their questions. I said, you guys, give me your best questions. I have only 5 exit strategies. All right, let me go back. I'll do it again. Refinance to sell. Those are the simplest and easiest. Refinance to sell. We got loan modification. Cash for keys. Deed in lieu of foreclosure. Foreclosure. Now, this is one more. Help me. The last one is always hardest. Refinance sale. Loan money. Short sale. Short sale. Short sale. I got it. Short sale. All right. So, thank you, Alicia. You were right there. You beat me. So, Alicia, do you have 7 now? Good. All right. Myron, how you doing up there? And if you guys are not getting this, it's quite all right. Everybody's at different levels. But this is the way I teach, by asking you questions. And I have it on video. So, again, you get 6 hours of actual video. And then you get 3 modules. Then I'm going to throw a bonus module in. On the bonus module, I teach you how to create an information product. And what that is nothing more than something you sell on the internet. Since I recorded all this and I have PDFs, I can sell it. I sold this course for $99 to someone in London. It's like, wow, the internet and its reach. You guys all should have something to sell people. You should want to be a guru. Now, some people are mad at the guru, but I love the guru. You should have something to sell and something that will help other people. So you can make money in real estate, but you can make money in what you're really good at. And you can help people. So that's what I look at doing. I'm not really selling. I'm helping people improve their lives and get better. My student, Holly, listen to this, you guys. She bought 18 notes in 10 months.
Wow.
She borrowed $100,000 from family and friends. She bought 10 notes. Let me tell you about 2 of her notes. I already told you about one where she has the $2,100 a month coming in each and every month. She bought 1 note in Baltimore, Maryland. This property had been vacant for 12 years. There was 3 properties side by side. She called them a row house. I went and visited Holly for 3 days. She took me through Baltimore, Maryland, scared the heck out of me. I said, Holly, we got to get out of here. That girl was tough. Holly bought those 3 notes for $9,000 total. $3,000 per row house. A banker, someone that worked at the bank, owned them, and the bank didn't foreclose. Now, why come someone else didn't come in and do that deal? 12 years been vacant. Bank didn't get any payments. It's crazy. The most payments a person's missed on a note that I bought, 54 payments. So, Holly, again, bought 1 note on 1 property for $3,000. She bought the next one for $3,000. Bought the next one for $3,000. She put $9,000 in 3 notes, and she sold it to an investor, $400,000. Woo! Right into her account. $400,000 of profit. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen to you guys, and I'm not trying to blow smoke and mirrors. I don't know if that's ever going to be duplicated. I never made $400,000 on 1 deal. It took me 4 of my deals to get her $400,000. But what I'm showing you is the power of the note. Okay? A bank is not going to let you make a $400,000 profit on a short sale. That ain't going to happen. But buying the note, because we buy at a discount, it opens up the opportunity to own and control the house. Now, I like it not owning the house because I can make my cash flow without ownership. You've all heard that the rich control, they don't own. The rich control, but they don't own. This is a concept right here that applies to that thought process. Okay? So, I talked about the $99 program. It's a 2-week program. At the end of your 3rd module, I'm going to give you guys some marketing material, and we're going to end up calling banks. I'm going to call the banks twice, and I'm going to give you the script, and you're going to call the banks twice. I'm going to be there listening to you so that I can help you and guide you. So, in 2 weeks, we should be out of this program for $99. I had one of my students in Michigan went down to Trader. She only had $100 before I got there. Her car broke down. She had to put $80 into repairs. She had to put $20 in gas tank, so she's a negative $5. She might be more than that. I can't remember the story now. She might be negative $20. She had no marketing money. I taught her the scripts. We walked into 5 banks in Michigan. I did the first one, maybe 2. She did the rest. Walked out of there with a portfolio of loans for notes and REOs. She was thrilled. I've had students that have been invited to the bank. I've had so many students do so well using the same program that I'm going to be offering you guys. So that's a little bit about the note program. Let me go ahead and wrap up real quick. If you guys are not doing notes right now, I don't know how you're going to make money. And I'm trying to be serious. Because again, we're in a debt market. And if you don't know how to make money from debt, here's one of my favorite things that Faye really likes. I know how to take debt, reduce the debt, and then create equity out of it. Okay? Let me give you an example. We've already done it before. I'll go back over and I'll layer it again. I like to take debt and create equity out of the debt. The property, they owe the bank $100,000. I'm creating equity out of thin air. Creating equity out of thin air. Listen real close. They owe 100. It's worth 50. Because they're telling me it's upside down. I can buy it for 20. The owner doesn't want the property. They give it to me. I sell it for 40. I clear $20,000. Think about it. On the original numbers, there's no way you can pull $20,000 out of that property. If you're a real estate investor right now, these same properties are on your street. You're passing them by every day. People are upside down. They owe more than they're worth. So, how is it that I can make $20,000 on a property that you guys looked at and said, hey, it's upside down, there's no money in it, and you walked away? Give me 1 second, I got to request some more time. All right? See how I make money out of thin air? I created equity simply because I bought the non-performing note. This is why notes are so popular right now. Everybody wants to be in the note business. And I can't blame them. Not everybody's going to do good in the note business. But I'm telling you what, guys, if you miss this boat right here, this is the next great big opportunity. And if you're not doing notes, I have no idea how you're going to make money. I make money in good times, I make money in bad times for buying notes. You've got to get notes in your arsenal. So, I'm going to ask you guys, do you have any questions for me? And if you guys don't have any questions, what happened? Let's see. I thought the banks were supposed to be doing loan modifications. Here's where the problem lies. The government is trying to tell the banks what they should do. And the banks are saying, wait a minute, they owe me $100,000. I loaned them $90,000, but because they haven't made their payments, it's up to $100,000. And you're trying to tell me you want me to take less? The banks are very powerful. They have a lot of money. The government gives the banks money to bail them out. Whatever happened to loan modifications? Ain't never going to happen. The only way they get a loan modification, Kathy, is if you buy the note at a discount. Then you can modify the loan. So the reason why you can modify the loan, Kathy, is you bought it for a discount. So you bought it for, you know what, you bought it for 20 cents on what we call the UPB. The unpaid principal balance was $100,000. You bought it on 20% of the UPB. You bought it for 40 cents of the BPO. I don't know anybody out there right now, unless they're doing notes, that are buying real estate for 40 cents on today's dollar. Yes, let me tell you, anybody that took a loan out, are there any notes for commercial properties out there? Anybody took a loan out and it's secured by real estate, once they stop making payments, Your turn. That's your business right there. So, I don't care what you want to do. It could be houses, it could be apartments, it could be motels, it could be senior assisted living facilities. It could be whatever you guys want. Do it with notes. Notes is the most powerful wealth building tool in history of real estate. There is nothing more valuable. That's why again the banks have the bigger buildings. That's why banks are filthy stinking rich. I don't see landlords' names on the side of the building. I see banks' names. There's a reason. Because of all the interest plus all the frequency of the paydays. They get 7 paydays, landlord gets 2. Who determines the BPO? The BPO is basically an appraisal. We call them AVMs, automated valuation method, BPO, fair market value. So the bank, when you work with them, they'll tell you what the BPOs are. But you need to double check it. That's just the value. All right, any other questions? Myra, how you liking this? You ever heard this stuff? Hey, have any of you ever did the note business before? Meaning you've heard of the notes. Anybody in the business? BPO is broker's price opinion. Has anybody ever did notes? Anybody a note investor besides Terry Bontemps? I know, Faye, you've been dealing in note business. Faye's like, I want to play. I don't see anything. I've been selling them to others, but no longer. What? Oh my gosh. But that's okay. You got a great foundation. Never heard or done this before. Yep. Kathy, you've been giving away a lot of money, haven't you? You know, I know why. It's because you didn't know how to analyze the note. And I'm telling you, look at Holly. Let me just go back one more time. See, I love this business. I love being brainy. I told you guys earlier, play all out. Treat this information like it's the most important that you've ever received. It will change your life. Kathy's already been changed. My student Holly, she bought the note for $9,000. You know the profit. Put the profit that she made on that multifamily in Baltimore, Maryland, the row house. How much did she make? I just want to make sure you guys are remembering my stories, listening close to me, and learning from what I'm teaching. How much was her profit? Big number. You should never forget that. You should lose sleep tonight over that big number. $89,000. No! 4 times that amount. You guys are going to be laying in bed tonight going, oh man, that Terry, man, he gave me so much good information, I can't go to sleep. That one, your husband did that? Oh my gosh. I'm loving he's participating though. I'm loving he's participating. $400,000. You're going to be laying in the bed tonight, and your husband's going to be doing this. Kathy's going to be looking at you going, did you hear what he said? He said $400,000. And you're going to say, honey, I'm trying to go to sleep, but I know he did say $400,000. And you're going to say, honey, I can't sleep. We ought to call Terry. We need some rehab now. Terry, you messed us up for life. Don't call me. Faye likes that. Faye loves talking to Terry. She sold it for $400,000 of profit. It went right into her account. I said, Holly, send me a check. She goes, no, Terry. Direct deposit, dude. You ain't seeing that. I said, Holly, you made $400,000? She said, yeah. She says, Terry, I've increased my net worth $1.5 million. I went, oh my gosh, I'm a millionaire mentor. I'm proud now. See, I got validation. All right, you guys. I tell you, it's been great. Again, it's $99. And is there anybody on the line that cannot afford $99? Everybody can afford $99. Wow. Who don't have $99? Don't be bashful, because I'm not a bashful guy. I'm getting ready to give you a screaming deal if you don't have $99 right now. How do we make a lot more? So everybody's got $99. Everybody wants to do my 2-week program, right? Not tonight. Guess what, Myra? I'm glad you said it. We'll take an IOU from you and get you started. I'm gonna have all you guys on my call at the same time. Well, look at that, Alicia. Not right now. No problem. I love giving. I was telling Faye, I said, Faye, you know what? I've got so much stuff. I've got so much. I just give it all away. The reason I give it away is because I believe the more you give, the more you receive. And I'm looking at you guys' faces on the conference tonight. Faye believed in what I was doing. Faye, you're to be commended. She wants to share with you guys something that she thinks is going to improve her life. I tell you, that's a dynamic person. I can't even point. I don't even know where she's at. Faye could have kept this to herself. No, she's that way. Okay, so but she decided to share because I have something that I say: the rising tide lifts all boats. And we work together amongst ourselves as a team. We're all going to do better because Kathy may be your private money partner. We don't know. Myra, you find that deal, you get it for $20,000, and you tell Kathy, you give me $5,000, you can have the deal, and she says yes. Kathy is your money partner. Again, Faye's already got the money. We already know she's going to be your partner. I'm in trouble. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. You know what? It's beautiful when we open up and share and be. I call this a movement, what I'm working on right now. I call it a movement because I'm changing the world with my thoughts and my actions. And I want to affect a lot of people. I mean, when I was able to touch someone in London, I have a lady that's coming next week from Israel. She's in the United States right now, but she lives in Israel. And she's going to come and train with me for 3 days. That's my tour. Well, she's coming here, but she wanted me, to come to like another area. And I said, I don't do that anymore. I used to fly to go see people, but it can be done, right? Like over the internet. So, and then you will save a lot of money. So, again, it's $99. So I'm going to start you guys. Everybody that's on the line, I don't know who else is on the line, but what you need to do is contact Faye. Okay? Contact Faye, let her know you're in. And today is Thursday. I'm looking at starting you guys probably Monday. No. I'll tell you what I have to do. I'll have to send you a PDF that you have to read. And then we'll have to review that on Monday. So I think it's going to be Friday tomorrow. You got Saturday and Sunday to read the PDF. I think we can have the class on Monday easily. If you want in, you got to let Faye know. You got to give Faye your email address. Don't send it to me because I'll forget it. It'll get lost in all the other stuff I do. Send it to Faye. Tell her you're in. And I'm going to send you the information you need to get started on Monday. Whether you're here or not, I'm going to start it. If you can't make it, guess what? You got something to do? I'm going to record it, and you'll get the recorded call. You will never miss anything that I teach. I'm recording this right now. How many of you would love to go back and re-listen to what I've already said? If you want that recording, just ask Faye. I'll give it to you. You should want it. Put it in your files because this is your own customized real estate training program that fits you personally. That's beautiful. It is. It is very beautiful. All right. I think I've given you guys, I've taken up about an hour and 5 minutes of your time. This is not everything. I can't teach everything in one session. Will you have a PPP to look for today? PPP. We have a PPP. PPP. What's the PPP? PowerPoint presentation. Nope. Go ahead and type it in for me, Kat. It is? I can see your face move, but I don't know what you're saying. Type, oh yes, PowerPoint. No notes. You will not get the PowerPoint presentation, Kathy, until the 4th module. Reason why? You're going to have to hear me say this a lot. It's worth 100, excuse me. They're over 100. It's worth 50. We're buying it for 20. Monthly payment is $750. A landlord model. They buy it for 100. They put 10 to 25 into it. They're getting $1,200 a month rent. That's a 12% return. Then when you hear that so many times, it's ingrained in your brain. And then when I give you the PowerPoint, you don't even got to look at the PowerPoint. You already know the numbers. It's a model. Remember, I'm strategic. Very strategic. No investors are doing this, you guys. I'm telling you, no investors. So if you explain how great a note system is versus a landlord landlord system, you should be able, okay, to do really good. All right, I'm looking at my notes, see if I cover everything. I don't see any more questions. We're starting Monday. No, thank you guys. I really appreciate you being here. My life has improved because you guys are here. If you guys weren't here, I'd be a bored guy. I love teaching. I got an audience. I love it. So, Faye, thank you for bringing these nice women and the one young man into my life so I can experience what I have and give it to you guys. Okay, so anything else? This was the best. Oh, Alicia, you're too much. Too much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you should be the bank. Let me tell you what else I've done, you guys. I'll give you one more thing and I'm done. I believe so much in being the bank that I paid off all my rental property. Yes, there he is. There's a good-looking guy. He wants in on that money. How you doing, my friend? I don't have any mortgage payment. I don't have a car payment. I don't have any bills. Now, I tell you that, not to brag, but the money I made in real estate, I always looked at people, especially athletes, they make so much money, and at the end of the day, they don't have anything to show. So my thing was, you know what, Terry? Take the money, pay off some rental property. I love cash flow. So when the market hit, and everybody, all right, we got one more guy, Chris, where's he at? Okay, well maybe, all right, we got one more guy, Chris. All right, Chris, nice to meet you also. I thought I had all the girls to myself tonight. Hey. So anyway, I took the money, I paid off my rental properties because I said at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, something that I can't anticipate, if the market drops, I'll own that property. My value went down, but my cash did not. My rent stayed the same. So I love being the bank. I don't like paying the bank anything. And I want you guys, when you start making a lot of money, we talked about that $2,100 a month coming in. If you could buy a car. I was having fun with it. Take the money, do something really smart with it. Take the guarantee so that your life improves. Okay? Because I think if you guys all had your house paid off right now, and some of you may do, I'm just saying this as a general statement. If you had your house paid off right now, you would sleep good at night. If you had your car paid off, you would sleep good at night. If you had no bills, you would sleep good at night. Okay? If you had some rental property, that was paid off, you sleep good at night. Now, conventional wisdom says this: why would you pay your house off? I love that logic. I hear it all the time. It's dumb. Interest rates are low right now. Why would you pay your house off? Here's why. The day you decide to retire, if you have your house paid off, you're going to probably live comfortable. The people that retire and don't have their house paid off, it's a struggle for them. So if you only pay one house off, so be it. Who cares? They don't have to agree with you. You sleep good at night, you're happy. Pay off a second house. Pay off a third house. Pay off a fourth house. Dream big, think big. Let someone else make your house payment. Let someone else make your car payment. Let someone else make your bill payment. Let someone else pay for your kids' college education. Notes is the way to do it. I love notes. Love notes. Hey, beside that, one more thing and I'm done. One more. My note buying model. How much did the homeowner owe on that note? Type it in the chat box real fast. How much do they owe on that note model, Kathy? Come on. You want that PowerPoint, but I need the answer right now. Note buying model. Faye's loving this because I've been really talking to Faye about this model. I don't see nothing in the chat box. Are you guys bored, tired? You need to get off the line? Come on now, I'm almost finished. Give me some more energy. I'm breaking up. All right. How much do they owe on the note? All right. Couldn't hear you. Look at your chat box, please. They owe $100,000. That's what the homeowner owes on the note model. I'm going to type one more thing in. Hang in there, you guys. I'm typing up a question. Answer my question in the chat box. No. You gotta be strategic. You can't give an answer like that. How many deals? 3? No. I still can't hear you. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. Look at my question. 100,000. Yes! 10 deals to become a millionaire. On paper. Yes! All right, you guys. You probably can't hear me. All right, good job.